What up, y'all? Post-workout video. Today was 1 or 2 leg days on the week. I've got this new program, man, where Mondays I do upper body, Tuesdays I do heavy legs, Wednesdays I do back and triceps, and then I'll do legs again on Thursday, and then chest and biceps with some triceps on Friday. Sounds like a lot, I know, and it kind of is. It is for sure. I'm not gonna even say kind of, it is. But I needed something new to really start building muscle, man, and I'm done cutting. I'm gonna start feeding, and my biggest opportune time is after I get out of work on my late nights. I work at Domino's, right? So I'll go into work at 4 or 5 p.m. and I'm not out until sometimes between 1 and 2 a.m. So I'll get out and I'm starving, but when I'm cutting, I won't eat. So I'll fast until until noon or 1 o'clock the next day, which would be lunchtime, obviously, and then I'd eat again for dinner. But those would really be my 2 meals, right? And that'd be me cutting, and I feel like I'm losing out on gains, right? I'm not feeding my muscles adequately, especially when I go to sleep starving. I know it's not good for me, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to make good decisions before I go to sleep, and eat good things. Like last night I ate some ground beef. I cooked up some beef, and I ate a couple donuts too, man, which I'm gonna try to skip that tonight, but just trying to eat something that's gonna fuel me overnight. I should have drank a protein shake last night too. I gotta get back on my protein intake as well. But really I wanna get to a point where I'm really building muscle. And to do that, you have to eat. You have to intake calories, and I should be counting my calories, you know, and hopefully I'll get to a point where I am doing that. But what's going on, y'all? That's really where my gym situation is at the moment. 290 pounds, 6'8". Yeah, man, this new program's going well. I enjoy it. My legs are hurting. The biggest thing for me really is the leg extensions, and they have never been as hard as they are now, because doing 3 sets of 12 with a 3-second pause squeeze at the top of each rep, and that's really been killing my calves. Not my calves, killing my quads. But it's good. It's all good, and I've been enjoying it. Hard is good. Working hard, it's always good. You're never going to regret putting hard work in to whatever you're doing. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to day by day create a plan to get up out of here, man, to set my kids and myself up to having a future not only rooted in Christ, because I'm working on that every day, but also setting them up into a new school, in an area where there's opportunity, you know what I mean? And that's not here where I currently am. I don't know if you watched my last video or not. If you did, go ahead and watch that video, man. It's a good one. I really just broke down how I'm feeling coming back from vacation and where I want to go and in the coming years. Excuse me for a moment. Hi. $156 in the checking, please. Hey, here at the bank, just depositing my my tips from last night, man, and something that I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to God for the life and the opportunity that He's given me while I'm here. There's not many jobs at all that I'd make the kind of money that I make working at Domino's. And again, I'm very grateful for it. But I know there's endless opportunities in a city that has growth. That's the difference between where I am now. Not only the difference in taxes, you know what I mean? Because the taxes here in New York are insane. But minimum wage here in New York is $15. Minimum wage in Alabama is $7.25. Now I can't imagine that anybody would work for $7.25. We went to a Buc-ee's. I don't know if anybody on here is familiar with Buc-ee's, but Buc-ee's is it's a gas station, but it's a big old gas station with wonderful food, fresh food, from pulled pork sandwiches to 3 meat sandwiches with the ham, the pork. That I had one of those and it was phenomenal. Just all kinds of memorabilia. They had a Buc-ee's character in there, all dressed up, so my kids could take a picture with them. It was great. Very busy, and gas was super cheap. I think it was like $2.50 a gallon when we went. Thank you. You too. Which, I mean, in comparison to $3.30 like it is here in New York, $2.50 is... Yeah, I couldn't even. I was beside myself. I couldn't believe it. But, I mean, obviously, before I leave, I want to have security. But one good thing about moving down there, though, is like when we were down there on vacation, we were staying with the in-laws. So my wife's father and his wife, and they have a 3-bedroom house. But it's split in half. So one side of the house is theirs. They have the laundry room, their bedroom, which is cut off between that, and then they also have their own bathroom, which is awesome. And then we have our own bathroom. Well, we had our own bathroom, and then 2 bedrooms. So 1 bedroom for our kids and 1 bedroom for me and my wife, and our newer born. She's just over 3 months old, and it was awesome. And they would open their doors. They're such amazing people. They would let us live there until we found our own place and got jobs, etc. It's just a big move, you know what I mean? It's 13 and a half hours from here, and all of me and my wife's family is here in New York, which is tragic. It's absolutely tragic for many reasons, but just the expense, how dead it is here, how miserable people are. The people in Alabama are just so happy. There's so much opportunity, and I really got into that a lot in my last video, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, but that's the goal. That's the goal. I want to live in Alabama, at least give it a try. I mean, again, something I touched on in my last video, but my mom moved me and my siblings down to North Carolina from New York, our hometown in New York, when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. We stayed there for a couple years. There was ups and downs, goods and bads, and we didn't have anybody there. We didn't have any family. We had nothing. And at least we'd be going to Alabama with the in-laws. You know what I mean? So, and her father's, he's getting older. He's in his mid-50s, even closer. Yeah, I think he's in his mid-50s. His father had early onset dementia, and he actually, he's hard of hearing, wears a hearing aid. And he's losing his hearing for sure. Every time I see him, he can. It's worse. You know what I mean? So I really pray that he doesn't get dementia. But I'd like to spend, these last years with him if that ever does happen. God forbid. You know what I mean? But and we just love them, man. They're great people. outside of that, it's the church, man. We have a wonderful church here in New York, but there's so many there, so many opportunities for seeking Christ. But I'm someone that, I mean, I feel like it's important to be plugged. It's very important to be plugged into a church and a community of believers. But there's so many opportunities for that now with the internet. Even if I didn't find one, but I know we would. I know we would. The people down there are so wonderful. And it didn't take long. I think we found one that we would really enjoy. But yeah, man, that's just kind of where my head is at. And we're really gonna try to get our eggs all in a basket, get things in a row to be able to do that, man. I want to do that more than anything. I want to be able to just live in a place where there's opportunity. Everywhere you turn, there's something to do with your kids. Here, there's nothing. We got a few public pools. We've got a mall that's dying, literally dead. It's gonna be hard to even find school clothes for my kids this year. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna make it happen. My mind is dead set on making this happen because there's nothing here, and I absolutely loved being there. I loved it. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. That's where my head's at. I'm excited. Last night was kind of a telltale for me that, like, I mean, people are lost here. People are so lost and sick in their sin. I delivered to many drunk people last night. I delivered pizza to, and just encountered several drunk people. And I didn't encounter that. I didn't encounter unhealthy, lost souls like that when I was down south. And I know they're there. I know that it's out there, and I know that people are sick in their sin and they need to hear the gospel. And I want to be an ambassador for Christ, and I want to win souls. A wise man wins souls, you know what I mean? And I want to be one of those. And I can be that anywhere. I can use the internet to do that. You can you can be the hands and feet of Christ anywhere you go. Love you guys. If you made it to this point, I appreciate you watching. I hope that you've taken something from my video here today, and I know I'm not the only one in a situation like this where you feel stuck in your hometown, or you want better for your family, or whatever, man. You just have to make a plan, put one foot in front of the other, and make it happen, man. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.